Hi guys, Enda here from TrendSpotter. Let me ask you a question. Anybody have a tough day trading today? Well, if you were lucky enough to get into Tesla, Netflix, or any of the stocks really that opened today, and you got the first ride down, you did pretty well for yourself. Tesla had a massive drop today, about $18. But patience paid off, and we got some moves today. So as you can see here, after the drop down, look at that enormous drop. But we're waiting for the background to change. So what you can see here is a huge red background, and then you have your first green background here, and your long position goes right in here. So right there, 26 up to, so it's a $1.40 move. So a nice $1.40 move on Tesla today. And the second move was on Netflix. Let's take a look at Netflix and see what was there. So Netflix did this first. Again, the background was red, and then it starts flashing, and it's we don't count these ones in between. Okay, so that's not a move, and that's not a background color. And you can see that the trend meter changes down here. Okay, so it's first green, and now it's gone back to red. So in here, the second move, or the first move for Netflix, I'd say it would be in here and down to there. So an 85-cent move. So again, not a lot when you consider the size of the moves, but I promised you last week that I'd look at DGAZ and UGAZ, and today was the day that they came through for me. So look at that. So as you can see here, straight out of the market, out of the gate, everything's selling off today. The Dow was down a couple of hundred points as well. So there's a big sell-off today. So there's your sell-off, and there's your background green changing. There's the first arrow, but it's not. We need two together. And there's your first entry right here, two together. So here. So let's have a look at that. And your long position was in here. And your pullback on that was how much? 91 cent. And your win so far, as of painting this, was 325. I took it out down here, in here, for just about $1. So actually more down here. But that was a nice move on DGAZ. But as you can see, TrendSpotter caught the entire move. So look at that, 327 and counting, okay? And the inverse of that, UGAZ. So as you notice here, so where was that? Entry was at 1026. So let's have a look at 1026 here on UGAZ to see if anything matches. Yeah, so there's your first green background. So you can see that, 930, and it's all green. But we ignore the first one because that's the system. And then here's the reverse. Okay, so what goes up must come down, and vice versa. So what you have here is the background changing, and there's one arrow, and then it's kind of deciding, and it's still kind of struggling here. And you can see that the trend meter is red, so we're kind of good to go here. The foot's on the accelerator and the brake at the same time. So we're ready to go here. Look, there's another arrow, there's another arrow. We're waiting for two in a row. Boom, there we go. So what I have here is a short position. Now I didn't take this one. From here to, well, look at that. So that's a nice $1.88 move, and you're only risking there 9 cents. So the risk reward ratio on that is 20.89, nearly 21 times your risk reward, and that was a 0.12% win. Oh, sorry, no, 2.41%. What am I talking about? That's 0.12 potential loss. And that's as of taking this. Again, like I said, I'd stop out around 75 $1, depending on if I see it struggling. I probably would have stopped out around here. You see, it's actually there. That was just pure chance. I'm just checking it now, but that's almost $1, because what I would have seen was it would have bounced here and then started doing this bounce and bounce, and so maybe even back here. But those of you that are, savvy risk managers, you could sell a bit and then, keep going down. You can re-add to your positioning and blah, blah, blah. You're off for the day. So there's your DGAZ and UGAZ as promised. Okay, let's have a look at Roku. See, did Roku pull anything off today? So we are looking at Roku here. Ooh, okay. So again, everything's sold off. Actually, so you could have got into Roku short 138. There was some signals out there, 138 short, which is probably from pre-market. I'd say it's the daily high, previous day high. But anyways, I have my trend line in here is 137.89. As you can see there, I have trend lines drawn in. But if you had, so you can see here 9:30. So it's there's green and then red, then green and then red. So with the information that I knew there was a strong trend line there, and there was one at 138 really. Now mine was drawn into 137.89. So that's, if someone says to me 138, I'd count that as the same trend line. I'd say that's a resistance there. So as it went up and it crashed down, you could have got in anywhere here and made that massive move down. Now I didn't, and I'm not going to pretend that I might have, or I should have, because for me the trend meter was red pre-market, and I'm always saying that if it has to be one color and then change into the market. So as in, see over here now at 10:19 there, that's where it changed. That for me is where you kind of start looking at your entry. And again, what everything did today for a while, as you can see here, here and here with Tesla, is everything just consolidated. So you had this period here, 10:51 to, was that 10:51? Sorry, 9:51. There you go. So here, and it just went sideways. And look at that. Same here. And I wonder, did Netflix do it? 9:51. Kinda. Anyways, that's just probably a coincidence. You start to see, you can curve fit a lot of coincidences when you're looking at stocks. But let's go back to reality. So that move happens and you miss it, and you're angry at yourself. But don't worry about it. Take the emotion out of it. It wasn't meant for you. And here you go, 10:20, and up. You missed that, and then it's back down here, and there's your red again. So it's now this, to me, I don't like this. I don't like, the red is fine and the green's fine, but I don't like red, green, okay? Because that just really kind of gives off false signals. So if you were to take your green here at 10:46 long, okay, so 10:46, you're in on the second arrow. So you're in late enough on this one, but let's see what we get. 50 cents, not great. Okay, so again, I think it's because of this. I think these false signals, it can't make up its mind where it wants to go. And again, let's have a look at this move hasn't played out, so maybe you can check back on this later in your own time. Yeah, so they're coming in late. You see that? It's actually at a trend line as well. If you look at that trend line is exactly at an entry point. So it might be significant, but it's not, yeah, no, 45 cents. Okay, so Roku, not really giving it today. Unless you were clever enough to get in back here and brave enough. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to hang around with DGAZ and UGAZ this week. I think we're going to be friends. As I mentioned before, I did trade them months and months ago, but then it was DGAZ more than UGAZ. And then DGAZ just plummeted in price, plummeted all the way down, and so the moves weren't as good. But now it's back up over the 160 mark. It's doing nice moves, and I'm happy with that. That's better. So I had to fix the mic there. I think my webcam was taking over the microphone. Anyways, so that's pretty much it, guys. We are looking at, there's a good few people using the indicator at the moment now, so thanks to you guys for the trial. It is available right now. You see details below. But as always, guys, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more info, and if you require a trial of TrendSpotter, click on the link in the description. Till the next one, bye.